Hello, family. February is Black History Month, and I decided to do restaurant reviews of Black owners or Black executive chefs. So, my first one is this place called Field Trip. There are two locations in New York City, one in Harlem and one at 30 Rockefeller Center. It is owned and founded by Chef J.J. Johnson, a James Beard Award winning chef, TV personality, and author. Field Trip, this restaurant is a community focused rice bowl shop that celebrates culture through the shared experience of rice. So let's get down to what I actually had. So, you know that I do a rating from 1 to 5. So the first thing that I decided to do, I wanted to have a gumbo. So I decided to have the seafood gumbo. In the seafood gumbo was shrimp, scallops, chick duck sausage, rice, okra, scallions, and Fresno chilies. So because of the Fresno chilies, right away, what do you think of? Spice. And so it was a little spicy. So if you're an individual that is not a person that loves a lot of spice, then maybe this wouldn't be the thing for you. I thought that the flavors were well balanced. Even with the spice, it was very flavorful. The one drawback, I felt that the rice was a little chewy. And so, therefore, because of that, the rice was chewy. So, usually when rice is chewy, maybe it's undercooked. And so I'm not sure how they prepare it. And so because of that, even though the flavors were so good, because that rice was a little chewy, I had to give it a 4 out of 5. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't like the rice was not cooked at all, but it felt like it just could have cooked a little longer to be softer. So because of that, I gave it a 4 out of 5. You may have given it even less because of the rice, but I just felt like it was chewy, but it wasn't horrible. Then I decided to have one of their rice bowls. And so the rice bowl I had was the fried chicken rice bowl. And it was hand battered chicken breast, Carolina Gold fried rice, wok veggies, New Jack sticky barbecue sauce, green peas, and scallions. And so therefore the wok veggies they did have some carrots in there, but they also had on the top of the plate, the green that you see is actually callaloo. And so, therefore, what did I think of this dish? On a scale of 1 to 5, the callaloo was a little bit bitter. I've never had callaloo in that form, just sauteed. Usually, when it's callaloo, like Caribbean style, is really cooked down. And so I thought that it was bitter, but as I went through the dish, because of the barbecue sauce, when you have the barbecue sauce along with the callaloo, it did temper down some of that bitterness. But anytime I have a dish, I like to taste things separately as well as together. And so the rice was so much better in this dish. It was soft, it was flavorful. The chicken was very flavorful. It wasn't dry. It had that sweetness because of the barbecue sauce. And so I thought that this was a great fried chicken bowl dish. The reason why I cannot give it a 5 out of 5 is because the standalone of the callaloo by itself, it just was a little bit bitter, and there was a lot of it on top of it. So I was eating it after a while, but I just couldn't eat it too much because the chicken itself was at the bottom. So you kind of had to dig through all of those layers to get to the chicken. But when I had the chicken with the callaloo, I thought it was a great balance of flavor. But by itself, I think that it cooked that way, just sauteed down, it just was a little bit bitter. I don't know what would kind of temper the bitterness of that callaloo. So I would give it a 4 out of 5. But I thought that overall, this was a great experience. The bowl may look small to you, but it was so filling. And I didn't think that they did too much rice. I thought it was a great amount of rice, vegetables, and chicken. And so I left there actually full. And so, if you're ever in New York City and want to try out this black owned restaurant, please check out Field Trip either in Rockefeller Center or in Harlem. Let me know what you think. When you do, can you do me a favor, family? Can you like, comment, subscribe? Click on the notification bell to be informed of future posts. And until next time, happy travels.